Hey everyone. So this is a live video of all the cow tags, dog tags, and relics I have found. I don't think this is all of it, but this is the stuff that I could find. So right here we got plant tags that have Latin names on them for different plants, which I think is super cool. I found about 6 of them. I have more at the cabin that we own that I've been digging them up at. So these are all just plant tags from the masonry that used to be there. This is actually I think, animal trap lever, which I thought was pretty cool to find there. It's super old, probably, I guess it'd be 1920s, 1930s, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got, I believe this is a harmonica reed bit. If I am wrong, please let me know. I'm guessing this goes off an instrument, maybe a harmonica or a tuba or a or something like that. We've got a small harmonica reed, which is always fun to find. Then I found the giant one. I have never found a harmonica reed this big. This thing is absolutely massive, which is incredible. But I found that across the street from where I live, which is really cool. You got some dog rabies tags. You got a dog tag. I'm not going to show the number because I want to keep the owner's privacy intact. You got this dog tag. You've got this Boy Scout neckerchief slide. Looks pretty old. Found that in an old Boy Scout camp. You've got all these cattle tags, which would go on the ears of cattle, which I am always happy to find. You've got this one. This is a different kind. It's a cattle tag. It says Joe Lee Belgrade, which I thought was super cool to find. It's an old cattle tag. You got this 306 cattle tag, which is also really neat to find. We've got a 309 cattle tag. I found this in my yard, actually. And then we've got a 256 cattle tag. A small one, maybe for a sheep or cattle. So that's pretty neat. We've got this. I believe this is a cattle tag or luggage tag. But if you guys could let me know, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm not 100% sure. Then we found all these tags. This is from, I think, 1961, 1964. Hey, Mike, King. I got another one from 64. So 264s, which is really cool to find. Then I got the big chest harness piece from a horse, which is absolutely massive, which I thought was really cool. And then over here is all the pennies that I have found in the last probably 2 to 3 years. This is all the coins, pennies. These are all pennies. As you can tell, lots and lots of pennies, which is crazy. Then you've got, if I can put that down, all the quarters and nickels and dimes. Keeping them in this jar that I dug up. Found this jar, metal detecting. Found it in an old dump. As you guys can see, it's pretty old. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we've got all these tags. If you guys could all subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? So we've got this, I believe this is a cattle tag. I'm not sure though. If anybody who does metal detecting could let me know, because I dug this up at a old farmhouse which is really cool. That's good to hear. But this is a massive harmonica reed. I am in shock on how big this harmonica reed is, which is absolutely incredible. The length of it. I didn't know they made harmonica reeds that long. But you got your standard harmonica reed, which is pretty cool. And then this, I think, is a instrument, maybe a harmonica reed bit or a tuba bit or something. It might be a reed off an instrument. And then I got this old copper ring that I found. It's pretty old. I would probably date it back to probably the 1890s, 1895 or somewhere around there. But that's a super old copper ring that I found. If you guys are wondering what this thing is in the background, I have no idea. It's heavy. It's really, it's just really heavy, and it's made of iron, all iron. It probably weighs about a good 1 pound, which is incredible. And then you've got this pocket watch back, or compact back. I think it might be a pocket watch or compact back off of that. But yeah, if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. I've got more relics in my room, but it's kind of hard to show because my room's a little bit messy. But I'll try to get you guys a view of it. So all this stuff I found metal detecting. I got a signed autograph from KG and Ring of the Diggers, which is really cool to see. You got your common nail, your common big square nail. Found that in an 1870s home. You got your Pond's bottle, which is pretty cool to find. You've got all of this stuff that I've dug up. Toy cars, lanterns, which I think are really cool to find. Pocket knives, a big shotgun shell, all metal, by the way, no plastic. So I believe that's 1820s would be my guess, but I'm not 100% sure. You got belt buckles, you got an old detective badge, a pocket knife. This thing, I have no idea what it is, but could be something crazy. You got an old skeleton key, which is pretty neat. Dug that up at a local park. You've got this button. I believe it could be a Civil War era button, but I'm not 100% sure. Got a cool looking earring. And if you come over here, we've got printing plate pieces, more stuff, some jewelry, costume jewelry, a watch from Timex that I dug up, which I thought was pretty cool. We've got this hickamadoo. I don't know what the heck it is. These are all my wheat pennies I have found metal detecting. I have a lot more downstairs that I've collected and framed, so that's neat. Then we've got all this stuff down here. Just random bullet shell casings, bullets, old shell casings from the 1870s. You've got this. This is a really cool relic. This is a old Greyhound bus from the 60s or 50s, which I thought is really cool. It was in an old abandoned park. We've got big wrenches. This is off of I think a horse guide rein. I'm pretty sure all brass, which I thought was really cool. You've got this. I think this is a bell, like off a bicycle, which I think is also pretty neat to find. More square nails right here. Pretty old. stuff. You've got this piece of jewelry that looked like it'd been melted in a fire, which I thought was pretty cool to find. Some random piece of metal, scrap metal, copper. You've got this compact case that had stuff in it, compact, whatever it had in it. It was white, so I don't know what it could have been, but it looks old. Then you've got all of this stuff. You got bottle stoppers. That's a screwdriver that shouldn't be in there. You've got this thing. This is a rains guide, I'm pretty sure. You've got this. I dug this up at a homeless camp. Somebody must have stole it from a jewelry shop, but it's unfortunately not real, which is a bummer. You've got this, I guess you'd call it maybe a pin of some sort, but it's got like fake diamonds in it. I don't think the diamonds are real. Top to a Zippo lighter, another old button. Then you've got all this stuff. Don't know what half of this stuff is, but I know that's part of a lantern. I know this is probably top to a bed frame, where they put it in the bottom and it would protect the bed frame thing. Then you've got all this stuff, more random bullets, all of it, 9mm. This is actually pretty cool. This is a old watch company called Wolfham's Watch Company. It was the patented goes all the way back to the 1878, which is really cool. But I think it went off to an old watch. And I found this at an 1870 property. Same with this. Found that at an 1870 property. Found this at an 1870 property. I think it's a D-ring from maybe a soldier's pack or something. I'm not sure though. You've got this old looking butterfly pendant. Cylinder of a cap gun. Well, half of a cap gun at least. Found that in my yard. The place that I detect in my yard is from 1910. So it's always fun to go around and see what I can find. I've got this Indian head key fob, or watch fob, I'm guessing. It looks very, very old. Haven't been able to ID exactly what it is, but it's still pretty neat. We've got pieces of jewelry. This thing has writing on it. I think it's from an electric company. You've got this foreign coin from 2011. More lantern parts. A insulation to a ball mason jar, which I think is really neat. More buttons. A signed picture from KG and Ringy. But yeah, that's all the finds. If I bring you over here, I can show you all the bottles that I've dug up. So, more artifacts. My room is kind of a mess, but all these bottles I've dug up at bottle dumps. So you've got old pickle jars. You've got old medicine jars. Says, ask for pharmacist $1. Something, Moe's, something vanilla, was $1 a drop, which I thought was pretty cool. Got an old applied lip to it. Found two of these bottles. The Paiso company. We've got this one. This is an old Bozeman bottle, prescription bottle, and I filled it up with blue liquid, and it had the cooker still in it, so I dug that up and filled it up with blue water so you guys can see it. You've got this Watkins bottle. I don't know what kind of bottle it is, but it's pretty cool. It's definitely old. It's got that old lip on it. Found another walk-in bottle, probably 1920s. The other one was much older. It says the walk-ins found it in my yard. You've got these old beer bottles, medicine bottles. More medicine came off when I was metal detecting or bottle digging for it. You've got this Raleigh's trademark bottle, super clean bottle. I like finding them. I found this silver spoon at a local park. It's super old, I think 1920s. It's got a really decorative design on it, which is pretty cool. Found this porcelain cat, which is a little bit creepy, but it's still a neat find for bottle digging. Got this piece. This is a old bottle. As you guys can see the lip on it. I can't ever date them because I don't have the skill to date old bottles. You've got more uh, pieces of artifacts, pocket watches, harmonica reeds, an old 1840 cavalry spur from Fort Ellis, which is really cool. What's up? What's up? How you guys been? But yeah, I find a lot of harmonica reeds. And a lot of pocket watch backings, but not a lot of pocket watches, to be honest. You've got these silver spoons that are plated. Got another plated silver spoon. Yeah, got my pinpointer and my Garrett stuff in the way. Can I set that down behind me? Oh, I set it down behind me because I don't think that needs to be there. But then you've got this bottle, which is super old too. It's a really cool applied lip on it. You've got this old bottle that has writing on it that I can't make out. Let me know if you guys can make out what it says because I can't. I gotta clean it more. It's definitely an old bottle, probably 1890s, 1820s, or not 1820s, sorry, 1880s would be my guess. You've got this ink bottle. Funny thing is, it still has the ink thing in it, ink plunger in it for some reason. So I just kept it in there. Found it like that. Old ink plunger with the ink bottle. You've got this really cool blue looking ink bottle. Super old, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's anything. It could be 1870s, could be 1920s. I have no idea though. Got more ink bottles. Thank you. Yeah, I do a lot of bottle digging as well, but I never really film it. Let me know if you guys want to see more bottle digging videos, because I can do that. I also do magnet fishing, but we've got more old bottles. L.H. Thomas and Co. I think that's the ink company. We got another ink bottle, screw top, an old belt buckle, which is probably horse tack. You've got these tiny little bottles, which I think are adorable. That one has a stopper in it. I think it's a pepper bottle or perfume bottle, or it could be medicine bottle, but I'm not 100% sure. You got this tool-tipped bottle, probably late 1880s. We've got this one. This is a lavender or Lavalis bottle. I think it was a medicine bottle at the time, which I think is really neat to find. Also found this G-Man badge, metal detecting at an 1883 schoolhouse. It's really cool to find. it's from the 1930s, so that's pretty neat. You got more old bottles with stuff in them. I haven't been able to clean them out, but I usually just keep them like that because it's really cool. I've got this old President suspender clip that has a patent of 1892 on it, which I think is pretty neat as well. You got this pocket watch I dug up in my front yard, complete, but it's missing the back, which is kind of sad. But yeah, if you guys could all subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would help me out a ton. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you don't mind clicking that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. But back to metal detecting finds. I've got this buckle as well. I've got this bottle. It's hydrogen peroxide, which is really neat. It looks super old, probably 1880s. But yeah, that's about it for metal detecting finds. I got this bullet complete. I think it's a 45, maybe. I'm not sure. But I found this jug. It's a giant bottle. Found it in the woods, metal detecting. So, yeah, that's everything for metal detecting finds. I use the Gear AT Pro and the Gear AT Max and the Apex metal detecting. But yeah, I've got more finds over here, but I think you guys already seen them in my latest lives. But I'll show them to you guys anyways. We've got all of this stuff. This is the biggest spoon I have ever found metal detecting. It is obviously not silver, which is a bummer. Then you've got this spoon. I think it's a teaspoon. It had something in it, but that's okay. More belt buckles, which is pretty neat. Gears off of clocks, pull tabs. This is another buckle that's stuck to it. It's stuck to a clock, but this is another old buckle that I found. An old pocket watch, or pocket knife, not pocket watch. Oh, wow. I find all this stuff at old houses in Montana where I metal detect. I just ask for permission and they usually give it to me, which is pretty cool. Hello, Indiana Tones. It's great to see you on my live. But we've got square nails. We've got big pieces of iron. More harmonica reeds, which are always a blast to find. We've got more harmonica reeds. I find a lot of these. I also find a lot of clock parts and pieces to clock guts and stuff like that. I probably have probably 10 of these clock pieces. We've got pocket knives going through cars, which is funny. But you've got this really old car, I believe 1930s or 1920s would be my guess on how old that one is. You've got oil lamps from probably the 1890s. I've got probably the favorite thing I have found is a German iron cross, which is somewhere around here. I just gotta find it. I have it somewhere. I just don't know where it is at the moment. Oh, no, it's in here. So I keep all my best finds in this jewelry box. So these are all my best finds, are all in here. Turn you guys around. So I'm sponsored by the company Space Ice, and they sent me a free jewelry pendant. So I'm just using their box as a as a best finds box, basically. So here's all the stuff from the last uh, probably year or two or more metal detecting, but this is probably my best find. This is a World War One German, just an iron cross. Has a W in the middle, crown on the top, would have had a leaf at the bottom. Honestly, in really good shape. Found that in my backyard, actually, which is crazy to me to find in Bozeman, Montana. But I'm guessing a soldier dropped it when he came back from the war. Then you've got this 925 14-gram silver ring, which is crazy to find. You've got more rings with fake diamonds in them. It's kind of disappointing. This one, I believe, is not real either, but I haven't got it tested. It just looks kind of fake to me, and it's not real gold, so that's a bummer. You've got this ring, but it's broken, which is a bummer as well. You've got silver on silver on silver, more old silver rings. I have this Barbara dime from 18. That one is from 1898. This is the Barbara dime I dug up in my backyard, which is super neat. You've got this ring that's an accountant ring. It's in Latin. In the inside, it's engraved accounting. You've got this 1918 Walking Liberty $50 I found in Colorado at an RV park, which is really neat. Found this smashed 2-ringer bullet, which is really cool to find. Haven't found one of those in a while. You've got this copper fitting that was turned into a ring, I'm pretty sure. That's on my YouTube channel as well. I've got this commemorative token of finding gold in Montana, 50-year anniversary token. I actually found 2 of these, gave one to the landowner who I dug these tokens up from. So he has one and I have one, which is really neat. We've got more rings, Barbara dime. We got another, 2 more Barbara dimes that I found. I have not found a gun part. I have found cap gun pieces and old pieces to cap guns, but I did find a starter pistol at an old park. It was not that old, probably 1960s, which was pretty neat to find. And I found this engagement ring. Unfortunately, the diamond on it is not real and is not real gold. I found that an inch on the ground, so that was really neat to find. More silver. You got a $50 right here. Kennedy bicentennial. An old Victorian era suspender clip buckle from the 1870s, 1880s. Found that in my neighbor's yard, which is really neat to find. I've got buffalo nickels. I've got silver dimes that I found. Mercury dimes. I've gotten. This is a Hong Kong token from 1902, which I thought was really neat to find. You've got this Barbara dime from 1903. You've got this quarter from 1940. You got some war nickels from 1945. You got this nickel that I found metal detecting. It's 1937, but the light isn't hitting it right. So let's see if that helps. No, that really doesn't help at all. But you've got these Indian head pennies that I've dug up, 1905, in really good condition too. So those are always fun to find. I've got this 1903 Indian head penny. It's in really good condition as well. But you've got all of these dimes, 1916 Barbara dime with an estimate mark. I've got this earring, which I believe is real, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's still fun to find. You've got more war nickel from 45. These are actually the same war nickel I found in the same place. Both D-mint mugs, which I thought was really neat to find. You got this wheat penny from 1940. I found this V-nickel from, I believe 1890. Yeah, 1890 V-nickel. I dug that up at a 1870 homestead, which was really neat to find. I wasn't expecting that. But then you've got more silver dimes from the 60s, 50s, and 40s. Got a buffalo nickel from 1927, which I thought was really neat. Found this Indian V nickel at a school yard, actually, that used to be there. It's 1903. It's in pretty good condition, too. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, if everybody would subscribe who's watching this live, that would help me out a ton. This is another Indian head penny from 1907. This is the Walking Liberty from 1918, which I thought was cool. This is another silver ring with I think maybe a moonstone in it, but I'm not 100% sure. It's stamped in the inside band. Here's the 1898 Barber dime I found in my backyard in phenomenal shape. It's in really good condition. So that's definitely a keeper. I've been keeping all these coins in this one thing. It's one jewelry box. I've got this wheat penny from the 40s as well. I found this is I think a tie clip for a men's tie, but I found this at a 1890s park as well. Found this piece of jewelry at an old beach. It's just a pirate ship pendant, which I thought was pretty neat. I don't know if it's real or not. Then you've got another musket ball. So, yeah, those are all the finds for metal detecting for the year and a half I've been out doing this. But I've been doing it for 11 years, but I've been just collecting cool stuff for the last 4 to 5 years. But yeah, I will catch you guys on the next find. All right, I'll see you guys later.